Coach asked me to swing by his office, it had something to do with the injury news. Sure, life would be easier without him on the field, but your rivals tend to bring out the best of you. I was looking forward to getting the opportunity to go toe-to-toe with these guys again.
It's week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Patriots take over first and 10.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
36-yard line.
As we Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
2 and now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tua Tagovailoa sacked.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. The rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to...
He's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to
hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Kelly under a heavy run.
That you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. 2 guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Taken in the end zone. And this will
game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before.
Well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we got it.
From midfield, here's Tua. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down. But
great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Davidson.
First, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly in business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And this one incomplete.
Getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And unable to connect.
Stress when they throw the deep ball. You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though,
and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 27.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards.
Right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield.
It's going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, and to give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down at the 20.
And hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
And the guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupied people. They're allowed to be no left.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Rankins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Defense went 3-4. They got.
How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
This is Hamler on the receiving end. And this time not quite to the Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And this is right down the middle. Following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that, again, you're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack.
The time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it.
Be second down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
To throw, Kelly. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now. Kelly to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone at the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Auden Tate out in front. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important...
Back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to...
Down. From the gun, it's Tua. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll made us first. This now from 46 yards away. Sanders' kick is to what needs to change.
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us to stir things up?
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of just...
Know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Tua now on first down. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. That one good for 10 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alvin Kamara is again going to retake the lead. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead.
Ready for their first possession of half number 2. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he
Get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Auden Tate out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. And he's brought down.
The 2-point conversion.
And that is now from the 28. Running with Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from, but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
If you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be stopped right at Minch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere.
Yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He'll go up top here for... This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
This has been a tough...
Now Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up...
Able to rally to the football and make the play.
Sanders' kick is his 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have a Patriot. Tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside.
But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And some room to roam now. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need the Pats as they'll go for 2.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just...
Data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that... rival.
So that'll do it for us for...